Welcome to the GLAC studio. I'm Gomati Sivasankaran. We are in class 6 of the Gaja Lakshmi painting, one of the 8 forms of Lakshmis that are known for all the positive propensities of life. And Gaja Lakshmi is definitely the one for all the positivity in life. Yes, and she's also known as the elephant goddess. That's what we are. Gaja refers to elephant. So that's exactly what we are doing, and let's do a quick recap of what we have done so far. We started with a basic wash, and then the first lesson for us in this particular set of classes that you have taken up is about planning. Yeah, because the picture is something very common, but then we are doing it with a twist. We are using diversity elements, quotients of using girl children. There's so many things that we have planned on. So we had to choose the key elements and the key character, how exactly it's going to come, the planning and the execution of the plan on the canvas with the help of grids. The moment we were done with that, we were refining our plan and execution with the help of a layer, and that was a layer 2, and it's also called a blocking or filling layer. We did that, and then we moved on to layer 3. Layer 3 began to give us a slight bit of what do you call this? It is telling us where it could be dark, where it could be light. Yeah, so it's kind of developing now. But the next step, that's exactly what we are going to kickstart today, and that is more about giving that depth. That means we are going to work on a lot of detailing as well. So this is going to be slightly slower range of classes that you're going to hit, but at the same time it's going to work on intricate details. So that's exactly what we are going to start with, and the first thing we will start with will be the face and the skin tone, basically. Yeah, and when we do that, we will also work on the details as well simultaneously. We are going to use vermilion, yellow ochre, and a bit of primary yellow as well, and then we will use crimson also if we need. We will have that, so we'll have that ready. So I'm going to take all these colors out, and you also prepare yourself with these colors. So I'm taking some primary yellow here. I have some yellow ochre with me, I think. I'm running out of stock. I have ordered some of them. Some of them I'm having fresh stock. I spoke about colors and the brands in my basics session because I'm using multiple brands. So I have some yellow ochre in my palette. I need vermilion, a little more of it. Good. Yes, good. And then vermilion, primary yellow, yellow ochre, and a bit of titanium white will help with the lighter tonalities, let's say. And of course we will need crimson, maybe not that much, but I want to keep it ready in case, let's say we are working on the lip or something. A tad bit of crimson will help, so I'm just gonna have it ready in my palette. And then I will need, for the darker tonalities, hair texture and such, that's going to be burnt umber, And definitely ivory black to add a little bit wherever needed. So that's about my palette. I have a lot sitting in my palette, but I will show you the colors I have taken. So I've been using this palette for a while. So white, titanium white sitting here, vermilion, yellow ochre sitting here, burnt umber and black are sitting here, crimson is here, and primary yellow is here. I'm ready. With respect to the brush, I think we will stick with all smaller type of brushes, round or flat, doesn't matter. So I think the I will have brush numbers 1, 0, or a micro brush 000 and such. So that's what I'm going to use most of the time. If I'm using a bigger one, I will let you know. So first of all, let's mix up the colors. We have done this exercise before. How is it different? Last time I said, if you're getting 80% there, okay, let's move on. Let's get it done. Because the focus was on telling the story of where is dark, where is light, and once that is done, job done, move on. But now I will say the focus is on detail. So try to achieve 90% or even more of this skin tone that you are seeing here. So I'm going to have a flat brush number 1. I have a little bit of yellow ochre mixed ready, and I think I'm going to add a little bit more of primary yellow to that to lighten it up without using the help of titanium white. And this time I really want to tell you one thing. All this time I think I would have mentioned use titanium white here, there, lighten up and stuff. It wouldn't matter because the first 2-3 layers really was try to focus on getting the characters in place. So it didn't matter what kind of color you're doing, but now colors are going to matter really. At this point, if you're using too much of titanium white, the risk is that you will mellow down the real color that you are working on. So try to avoid using titanium white or white to get to a color all the time. So try your best to have think of a real color that is closer to that as much as possible without the help of that white, and then you can take a tad bit of it here to see how that goes. And now see, so this is the color that I was looking for because there is this brightness coming out of that, and that brightness comes from the yellow ochre. And I don't know if I will add a little bit of crimson. I will have another color tonality, have a couple of tonalities ready. Yeah, so I think I'll have another color made that will have a little bit of crimson added also, or vermilion added. For now I just want to hit that lightest of the tonality. Yeah, I have added a little bit of titanium white here to get to the lighter tonality, but before that I did add good enough portion of primary yellow, so the color is lighter already. So this is helping me come closer to what I was thinking of. And to have a darker tonality, what I'm going to do is to have a yellow ochre. And I want a bit of another color added. I think that was a mistake. So I have crimson added here. So that is giving me a nice dark tonality. But this one needs a bit of adjustment also, because this one is It's a good color to use in the highlights, but even this can be slightly lighter. So I'm just going to take the lighter of the portion and have this ready with me, yeah, if needed. So that's the colors that I've mixed up here. This is the lightest, and I have some darker colors also ready here. So I need another fresh brush. I'm going to take the lighter color to start with, and I have brush 0 with me. And I want to add a tad bit of crimson to this because it's a baby color, you know, so I just want to have that, not too much as well. So I'm just gonna use it here. So this one, oh yes, now I feel that it is her color. Not too much, a very tiny bit. It doesn't really show difference, but this is the color that I wanted. So I haven't taken vermilion though this time. I'm ready. Let's work on the section where her skin tone is lighter. Oh, that's the perfect color that I wanted. I'm just happy. Okay, so her cheek, underneath her eyebrows, the forehead, and especially the place where one can see, you know, her forehead, because there's a lot of frontal hair that's coming up, and yeah, under the eye, the tip of the nose, underneath the nose, upper lip section, chin, leading to the curve of the cheek. A little bit of the neck. We'll have some darker tonalities going on there, yeah. And her ears, little ears, yes. Not every section, but then most of it. Tiny ears. Yes. We've got that covered. And we will work on her hands as well. We know where the lighter portion of her skin is going to appear, so we can fill that in already. Cool. It's getting faster to work on this because we have done a lot of homework already. And provided that we haven't made many mistakes, then it's easier also to flow through. Yeah. So I have done the lighter shades now. That's the turn for the darker shade to kick in. So I just want to take a tad bit of this color that I mixed, and I want to mix it with this. Go ahead and keep mixing. So we still get a nice tonality that is gradually increasing in tone density here. And I think that works fine. And you can add crimson directly in the places, and I'll show you how to do it, because there's some blush in her skin and there are in specific places they are. So let's do this color. Fill in this darker shade here. Fill in this darker shade here. Oh yes. And also underneath her eyes, the nostrils, and the sides of the cheek where the shade is falling, her ears. Just look for the spaces that we have missed out, yeah, essentially. And also right underneath her chin. And then let's work on those sections that we haven't touched in the previous color. Pretty much looks like we are doing something, we are repeating what we did in our previous layer, isn't it? So very soon you will see that it's not. So we are in a way warming up using the technique that we did in the previous layer, repeating it. Yes. And filling in all those sections. Yeah, we filled in now. So let's make a stop here and get into the details. Yes, let's see how this looks. She looks fine with the color. We are going to blend those colors, yes, but before that we are going to work on the details. And for the details, I will take a micro brush or a 000 brush. I'm going to use this, and I want to start with the eye first. Let's see how the eye is. Alright, I need this to be, a good, I think I have that ivory black with me, and I'm going to take a tad bit of burnt umber and have it mixed ready. So I can go ahead and do the eye one more time. The eyeball as such, and very ever so lightly I'm going to do the eyelid, or what do you call the lines, or that's defining her eye, maybe. Yeah, okay, and I have done that. Fine. So now it's looking really on the darker side. I want to take a very tiny bit of white, titanium white, in my brush, the tip of the same brush, and go over and give the light in the eye. There is, light catching in her eye. Do you see that? Yes. I'm going to mellow it down a bit because it isn't totally white there. Yeah? Mellowing it down a bit because it will blend with that black and it gets mellowed down. Yeah, that is cool. And right now we have the eye done. Now the focus should shift to her eyebrows for the details. The eye is looking good. The eyebrow. This is a tricky thing, isn't it? Last time we just drew the line. This time we are going to drop very, very tiny baby hair, and I would just stick to burnt umber because it looks black, but it isn't. Yeah, when you come closer to it, and if you have access to the soft copy of this, you will notice that it isn't. Yeah, it isn't totally black. So I'm just creating that small dots, sort of leaving it like baby hair. Okay, so I managed that, and now I'm going to use that burnt umber only And I want to mix it with, this is what I want to do. This is why the crimson was there. So I want to take burnt umber, mix it a tad bit with a little bit of crimson here. So it's like a dark cherry type of color. A deep cherry color. That is anytime turning brown. That color, keep it ready. You're going to love this. So I'm going to use a tad bit of that on the nostrils, the pores, yeah, and also on the darker side of her lips, the sides, because she's got, I think she's missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's got only 6 teeth. So the rest is all covered like this. So that's the darker portion. And now to do the lip, I want to take this color separately. Whatever I'm doing with this micro brush or 000 brush. So that color, that whatever we took, which is mixed with burnt umber and crimson, I'm going to take this skin color a bit and blend it there. So that's going to give the color that we need for her lip. Let's work on the lip. We have already used burnt umber to define the lip line, so it's going to be easy to just repeat that. Ain't it? So is it easy? Just repeat that, yeah, using this color. Yes. There you go. Everything is tiny. And this color is going to help that we mix for the lip line. We're going to use to mark this line of her cheek, the dimples. Oh yeah, we will not miss the dimple, the beautiful dimple. Okay. Cool. And her soft ear angles, all these nice textures on the ear, and also her cheek line. I'm going to add a bit of this color also here. When I blend, I will use it. So the darkest color that we added, we used for her lip, inside her lip. That's burnt umber and crimson. I'm going to take that again and go for that chin and just create that darkness there. So I have done all that, yeah. I guess I am ready to start blending things. Yes. So I have my brush ready and I'm going to start blending things here. That's my 0 brush. Flat, or yeah, no, it's not flat, it's a 0 brush. Just a 0 brush. And let's end this thing here. I'll take a bit of the normal skin color that I did to enhance it here. Blend things ever so lightly. And I'll add a tad bit of titanium white. I'm going to add it wantedly, a drop of it in the cheek here, and also on the tip of her nose to be blended, and also on the chin to be blend. Yeah, take out the excess and let's blend here. So I'm just going with some highlights here on the nose, tip of her nose, and also on her cheek, under eye, So now I'm ready for the darkening here. So I'm just going to use this color to blend in right underneath the chin, so it shows that shade, yeah, the darker sections, ever so lightly. Cool. So we have managed that now. We can continue doing the same thing on the hands as well, blending in on the hands as well, but we're still not done with the face, because a part of the face also refers to what we are doing in the hair. We'll have to work on the hair as well, isn't it? Let's do that. Where is our micro brush? What's the color this time? Ivory black, burnt umber. Good one. Good guess. Let's have some of it ready. Maybe another brush. I'm just taking a brush number 1, I think, yeah. So I'm going to have burnt umber taken up, put in here, a little bit of ivory black put in here, and I am just mixing it, keeping it ready. Yeah. I'm going to go right underneath this section, and here this is totally dark. I think we'll have to adjust this also in a while. I don't know. Let's see. And I think there's this section of her head that is. We will have to adjust a little bit more, I think. So let's do that. Yeah. When we do the when we do the crown, we can adjust a bit more as well. So I'm just using it here. Now leave it out, because I'm not going to use this brush. I want to go back to the micro brush, and I will mix a tiny bit of this ivory black. So it's more of burnt umber in my zero brush, and I want to go creating those nice strokes that is coming to the front. And of course it will mix with the skin tone that we have created. Do not worry about it, but do not go up and down. So just one stroke, leave it, one stroke, leave it. And we want that skin color to go up and down as well, also in some places. One stroke, leave it, and let's do that. Wipe off the brush if you think if you got too much of skin color there. So I've started to throw in some lines, and I can see the skin color is going there, but in a short while you'll see that I am adjusting that as well. Yeah. Yes. So here is that lot of baby hair coming here. Yeah. Right. And then there's a bit of skin color appearing. Where is it appearing? It's right in between. Right in between, right there. Yeah? Not too much there. Right. Yes, I think we are done with that. So we're ready to work on the hair detailing. So I'm going to keep my, tissues ready because I'll have to keep wiping off my brush frequently. Let's do. There are hair locks. Okay, I'm just starting with the thin hair strands here. Okay. These are really tiny baby hairs, so I'm just taking it so lightly, and I really want the skin color to be visible in between, so I'm just taking it so lightly to turning that baby hair there. Yeah. Yes. We can add more strokes if you think it is viable to wait for it to dry, and then the layer 5 as well. But see if you can add as many as possible now. So this is it's a wet on wet exercise and a detailing on wet. But this is the challenge here. So let's try our best. See what we can achieve with this. You can take combination of just one burnt umber stroke and then the black and so on. Also, that's also another texture to try and experiment. So I'm taking burnt umber, but I'm not taking too much of oil in the brush. It's going to spoil things. Yes. Thus, hey, we have a wet canvas here. We know that. Good. It's coming up and we are building volume. Yeah, we are building volume slowly, steadily, one line at a time, one stroke at a time, and it's going to be thin strokes because it's baby hair. She is still a baby girl. How is that? So I've got a lot of darker tonality here. I think I can lighten this up, so I'm just going to take a bit of yellow ochre also to play around with, yeah, to increase volume and also give another shade and tonality. Ever so lightly because there's enough of darker tones sitting here. So I'm just taking a bit of yellow ochre to go and play around with this. It's helping me to show and build a bit of volume here on her hair. And use that color also on her. There is also hair hanging around. Yeah. So I guess we will have to work on her background and adjust it also to when we adjust things. Adding yellow ochre to lighten up a little bit here. It is really on the darker side and I don't want it to. So I'm not using titanium white to play around. Maybe I will at the end of it in layer 5, maybe not. I don't think I saw a lot of it, not at all. I use yellow ochre to lighten up or other colors to lighten up as much as possible. Yeah. Yes. So let's do another drive of this burnt umber to create some more volume. How are we doing with the time? Not bad. Okay. This is really the toughest part of the challenge with her face and hair, but once we start achieving it, you will see the difference. Huh? I think already it looks much different than what we started with today in just about a half an hour time. So it's a matter of, taking it up with patience and make sure, I don't know if I have mentioned it, but it's not a straight line. It is just, a slight curve that is falling on her forehead. Yeah, just keep that in mind. Okay. Strokes here. Dropping some more. Okay. The volume is building. Can do a little more before I move on to the next stage. So I'm just trying my best to get those. I think it is looking good at this stage. All right, I think I will safely move closer to her ear because even there is some baby hair. Did you notice? Some of the hair didn't make it to her knot on the top, so it's just falling down. Yeah, those are, I mean, it's just so pretty. And it's typical that, girls playing around and the hair doesn't stand in the knot that we tied, and it is just in all angles. There is some falling down also from behind, but I don't know if I want that. But I just want to show the little one is being naughty and she's got some baby hair thrown around. Right. I guess I am happy with the way she's looking right now. I'm going to move on to, yes, the hands. Remember we mixed a lip color? What did we do? We had burnt umber and crimson. Yes. We are going to take that. crimson and burnt umber. Maybe add a little bit of the skin color to lighten it up if you want, and use that to, yes, do the contours of the hands. Can we do that? So it's going to be just like the way we did the chin, yeah? So it's not going to be totally dark, and it's going to be very thin, gentle. Yeah. Contours. Define the contours. Of her hands and the fingers, just like the way we did our previous layer. And then we will start with the blending. All right. Nearly there with the hands. We have last two hands to work on. Yeah. Somehow I think I made a mistake with this finger. Fixing it now. So last of the hands for the contours. There you go. I think I am done with the contours now. Let's kickstart the blending process. Okay, right before I get started, I'm just double checking on the face if I have missed something. No. Because I want to use the darker tonality also on. Yeah. And then on her neck as well. Right here. Yes. So let's do the blending. I have the brush that I've been using for the skin tones. And I'm going to just ever so lightly blend in that color there, creating the depth naturally. cool. I have done this here. Blend the contour as much as possible so it gives that effect, yeah. Nice. We're getting there, we're getting there. So on the neck that I adjusted recently, so I'm just going to push that in. So it is done, and all I need to do now is to work on further details on the fingers. See, there are fingers folded here because they're holding flowers, but there's two hands that is having, you know, the fingers opened up, which means we will have to show the lines that is coming in the small little fingers, and we can use the same color that we just did to do that. That's burnt umber mixed with crimson, isn't it? So let's do that. Tiny, not too much angles to show that finger. Also, in between these two fingers, you'll see that small little darkness. That's a tiny triangle that's creeping in because of the, you know, the way the hand is held, the fingers are held. I need a bit of the skin color to show up here. This finger needs adjusting a bit. So I guess I managed that fine here. Fair enough. Even this hand, this finger, let's do the same. Yeah. I guess we have successfully managed to draw in that highlights and such. Let's take a look at her. How is she looking? Okay, I guess we need to adjust a little bit on her face where the shades come. So I'm going to put in that color tonality that we had mixed around her arms and such. I'm going to add that here to create that interesting shade in her nostrils. The dimple, just lighten it up a little bit, tweaking it a little bit, yes, and giving it a light highlight here. Yeah, I think she looks really naughty now. Yeah. The important thing is that we are able to enjoy what we are doing and forget the thing that we need to stress to achieve something. I think when you are really enjoying it, it automatically comes, and whatever you do, you'll be very happy with it. So make sure that enjoyment is on top of your agenda when you're working on paintings like this. Tweaking a little more of highlights in her forehead because we just did a lot of hair, isn't it? So and the tip of her nose also. That's where all the naughtiness is sitting. Wow. thing we need to do on the lip is that the lip is slightly dark, if you see, because we used certain darker tonalities. I don't want to add titanium white and lighten it up. We already have done that with our skin color, isn't it? The lighter skin color that we used. We can take that itself to blend it alongside tiny bit into the lip, so the lip line goes slightly lighter. Yeah. I'm gonna leave a little bit of that I'm trying to leave a little bit of space in between the white in her teeth to show, give that idea that she's got only 4 teeth. 2 teeth. 4. No, 4 in the bottom and 2 in the top, whatever that is. So I guess I have kind of tweaked in a thin little line there to show. Yes. I'm just looking at the picture, needing a little bit of highlight. Yes or no? I guess this is fine. Whatever it is. I think we need a bit of highlight on the skin tones, just the way we did the white highlights, Take a tiny bit of titanium white to add on the hands also, arms, in the area of her hands that could be catching the light. Yeah, so not too much, be aware of it. We don't want it to look totally aghast. It should be very close to what we have done in the face. Tad bit of highlights will help in the process here. Underneath her eye, it's not like a bag or such, but there is this very tiny tad bit of line stroke suggestive. So I'm just giving that with the help of the micro brush or a 000 brush, using the same lip color. And right on top of that, I want to add a highlight of the skin color. And also light highlights on the eye. Yes, I guess we should leave her now with this. I think I am liking the look of her, and she is looking much more brighter. She needs the nostrils also clearly defined, slightly defined here. Done. Adding the skin color to Alright, I guess we'll have to now make a stop with this. So let's just take a look at what we have done today. Today's session was about, yeah, more of details as well, and building into the tonalities, and creating that nice tonality on her face, neck, hands, and such. We have managed that. That was layer 4 kickstart. We also worked a bit on her hair. Yeah, that was the challenge, isn't it? So we worked on her beautiful hairstyle. We have done that. It looks like I'm going to have to do a bit of adjustment when I come to, working on the top of the crown and such, whatever we do. Because I think I took a little too much of space on the head, and I will cut that out when we work on it. So for now, I think I am pretty much happy with the way things are moving around. The next class will be a continuation of layer 4, and that's exactly where we work on the clothing and the lotus and all accessories that she has got. Also the elephant. So that's going to be a lot of work, but we will just avoid working on the jewelry, because we need to spend some more time, or at least one class, focusing on jewelry. We are going to have some Chinese jewelry that we will work on, so that's going to be an interesting piece, and I will share some details with you when we come to that. But the next immediate class is going to focus on the elephants, her clothing, and the lotus flower, and all the things that are around in her, in this painting. Yes. So until we meet up in the next session, stay blessed, stay happy, stay healthy, stay motivated. Let's meet up. Bye bye.